Stans, this is a big one, and we don't have much time to go through everything. This is like a speed run. We have an hour. We are going to be ranking every single episode of Glee Season 1. And on the way, looking back at some of our like live commentary bits. You know how we do like the little interstitial that's like, here's what you missed from Glee. We watched it.
Yeah, and it's usually you saying that I'm a racist or sexist or misogynist.
No, that's the intro. Usually the intro is fucking crazy. We're not going to look at those. They are very fun, though.
Not the intro.
No, we're going to look at the bits in the middle that is us watching the actual episode, like the bits that we include in the episodes, because it's going to give us an idea of what happened in that episode. It might jog your memory. And also going through, it was nice going down memory lane and to acknowledge that maybe we are funny and maybe we're doing something good with this podcast, you know?
Yeah.
So as you can see here, we've got our tier list, and we're going to be ranking everything from S to F. I don't think I have to explain what they mean because this is a tier list. If you don't know a tier list, Google what a tier list is.
As a streamer, I am an expert in tier lists.
Yeah. I have no idea leading what, because I've prepared like a whole entire fucking doc that gives like a little synopsis on each episode and stuff, but I can't really remember what's what. So I have no idea what episode's going to go where. I have no real like bias in this apart from previous bias that we've had.
Oh, you want to rank
S's
first? We have to go episode 1 to 22.
Yeah. I've got them in order. Episode 1 to 22. God. I'm just saying I don't know instantly where like, oh, this one's definitely a blank episode. So I'll be deciding in the moment with you. So let's just get started with episode 1. The pilot episode, dare I say, iconic.
It was extremely funny. I remember watching it and thinking like, I thought this was going to be a bad experience, and this was a great experience. Yeah,
it completely surprised you because you thought we're doing binge and cringe, right? This is just going to be cringe.
Correct.
And it wasn't just cringe, which is great.
That's the goal for everything.
That's the whole thing.
There's some redeeming factor.
So we are going to look at the interstitial, and then I've got an extra little surprise for you. But
okay,
come on, counting is sexy.
Dude, your wife's pregnant.
She is also dripping right now with him saying that. Why did I say that?
Why did I say that? It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, I mean, she was, to be clear. I think we all saw it. I also think there's something about like the positions, like he's sitting down, she's standing up. There's something for me that does it there.
Yeah,
and
the
honestly,
first
I was going to put an S
episodes?
either way. I want to put an S double now.
Oh, a double S? Oh, shit. I mean,
I don't need a new
down.
category. I'm just saying I thought it was going to be an S, and I've been confirmed that it is an S.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think if we're not, there's some that we might need to take some time on. I think it's easy S for episode 1. It's obviously like, some of these episodes we're going to have to talk about some of the storylines that they do and stuff, but this is like introducing the whole entire Glee club. It's kind of Will Schuester centric, so maybe that could drop it down a bit. But it's iconic. Don't Stop Believing is like the song, and they call back to it 2 more times throughout the whole entire season 1.
They paid good money for that license, and they're going to use it. God damn it.
They didn't pay anything for it because no one had heard of Don't Stop Believing before Glee.
Yeah, sorry, they wrote it for this, just like Cups, the Anna Kendrick original.
Yes, dude, exactly.
Yeah.
Now I do have a little reveal for you. I said I had something else to show you.
Okay.
Because season 1 is going to end. I don't know if you remember, but you made some predictions, Stans.
I don't remember.
And I was debating not showing you this because your ego's going to be too big.
Let's see it. I think the classic is they have to lose regionals. Wait, pause.
Oh,
obviously we all knew I was going to make the right prediction because I am the GOAT.
We all know, okay?
We all knew. I knew. I look at how confident I am. This is in the old house. We started binge and cringe in the old house. You're also in a different place.
Yeah, we're both in different places. It's very funny.
Wow.
Going through the episodes
I just glazed over the
crazy.
fact that I predicted it perfectly because I knew.
Yeah. It's crazy seeing my camera change because I had a point where like my lens got fucked.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm now on a fixed lens that's like really far away from me that's fixed into like a certain zoom, but I go through like I look like it's a fisheye lens for some of it. It's very weird. But there's more.
Oh?
You think they go to regionals but they lose?
Yeah, because you need a season 2. And I predicted it a little bit. Maybe it was in the commentary. Maybe it was before. I think the classic, like, they get together in the final episode. Like, they lose, but he finally divorces his wife and goes on a date with guidance counselor Emma. Or maybe it's Emma. Between Finn and Rachel. And then first episode of season 2, it's like after summer. And it's like, oh, yeah, of course we broke up. That was never.
So
lock it in.
You locked in like so many different things that they did. You didn't like nail the order, but I can't blame you for that because halfway
through the season. Yeah, they just did it early.
The halfway through the season was kind of like a break between the season, right? It felt like two different seasons essentially. So the fact that they lost regionals at the end of the season, but you predicted that Will and Schuster would get together and he'd divorce his wife, which happened mid-season, and that you predicted that the two would get together but then break up, which Rachel and they both did. They both kissed at the end of the thingy, and then they got together and broke up by episode 14. So I just wanted to take a moment, and because of how on the nose it was actually kind of crazy. So you were predicting easier bits, but still, it was good.
Yeah, I think we talked about it with Pitch Perfect, and it's like a lot of these things, especially for a first season or first movie, you follow a guide that tells you as specifically as like the love interest breaks up on page 7. You know what I mean? I saw this and was like, oh, I know the formula for season 1 of a sitcom that is meant to appeal to like the widest group of people, and so I could see the line. They did it halfway through the season, which is good for them. But
the way you were imagining, they kind of like did different things, and the fact that you thought that they would lose regionals just so they could do it again, and I don't think that wasn't the reasoning for them doing it. They were taking themselves seriously, right? It was less for jokes and laughs and whatever. But they did do a lot of resets. So hey, you called it. Well, anyway, we've ranked it S. We will move on to episode 2, which things are going to be... I
just remember how sexual they were in the wheelchair.
Yeah, things are going to go downhill from here, I think. Let's watch the interstitial, and then I'll tell you some of the songs that are in it and what happens. Okay.
Way for us guys to get together.
Dude.
I think I'm going to kill myself.
Okay, so... that was the fucking little interstitial. Doesn't really tell us much about the episode. This was the sex episode, as you said. They get on stage, perform, push it real good, and fucking thrust and hump at each other. It was wild. The first couple of episodes of Glee are definitely more insane, I think, in different ways. I still think it's good because this was the episode that I think, like, a pilot, you have to set up a shit ton of stuff. But this episode set up a lot of the core that we love about the show. Like the Quinn pregnancy plotline, I'm pretty sure started here. We had, maybe it didn't, because I'm trying to remember the hot tub cum scene isn't this one. That's another episode.
Oh, I see, where they actually show it. And talk about it. Yeah.
The songs that this episode had: Gold Digger, Take a Bow, and Say a Little Prayer. So very a wide spectrum of songs. Also for the songs, I've come up with like references for each one, like the good ones, basically. If there's like a random cringer, I won't mention it, but
got it.
Gold Digger definitely worth mentioning, because although we're not ranking the songs, I think they will have an impact on the episode as a whole, right?
How do you feel? My gut is saying B, but you might want to put it higher.
I think this is good being a B. Okay. We might move it around later. I think this is just a solid episode that does a lot of setup but has cringe moments. So it's kind of a classic episode of Glee.
It made me uncomfortable. You know? Exactly. And sometimes you want those cringe moments. Oh, pardon me.
So true.
I'm not yawning because it's boring. I'm yawning because it's a long day.
Because you're tired as hell. I feel that, don't worry. Okay, moving on to episode 3. Acafellas. We have talked about this episode many a time for a bad plot line. So let me pull up the interstitial first.
Josh Groban. He's coming to the PTA event.
Who is Josh Groban?
Who is Josh Groban? Kill yourself!
2 episodes in a row?
2 episodes in a row, but it's crazy that, like, the first one was funny, right? Episode 2's was funny. That one kills. That's, like, one of the best lines in the whole show.
And it's coming from the pedophile.
It's coming from the pedophile, which is also crazy that, like, he's even in the show and that they wrote him in. And I think they kind of realized because they, like, all of the show...
They kicked him out.
Yeah, all the episodes that were clearly written like after this, they were like, we're not including this character. That's crazy. They must have had like notes from people watching like, I liked Glee, but why the hell did they start off with
why is
child molesting? Which is so funny. But the episode itself basically is just Will leaves the Glee Club, joins his own thing, and then at the end of the episode comes back to the Glee Club with no repercussions whatsoever. It's just like a complete reset. Like this episode didn't happen.
I think there's some Terry Schuster lore in this episode because like she wants him to become an accountant and they like look at houses and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I am always interested in Terry Schuster lore, but this episode not very good. It's hard to separate because this episode pissed me off. Right?
It annoyed me from a plot perspective. If this plot mattered, like if they carried on with anything that really happened this episode, like you can, on a rewatch, you can completely skip this episode and you don't lose anything apart from seeing Will Schuster be a bit cringe.
If this was the One Piece edit where they take out all the filler, this episode's just not in.
Yeah. But you would then miss out on the Josh Groban kill yourself line. So
exactly.
There are levels, because remember early Glee, they were trying to be funny like every 2 seconds and they were succeeding. It was pretty fucking funny. So I'm scared to put it at F just because it's got some redeeming qualities, but it's close
also got the
to
coach.
F.
Which he kind of disappears a lot too, and I thought he was a funny character.
Yeah, Ken's is like a main character in the first half of the season, and then is literally not in it second half, and then season 2 gets replaced. So feels bad. I love Ken, baby girl, so baby girl. Anyway, let's move on to episode 4. This is when things start heating up, Stans. We get introduced to some characters that are like fucking top tier. First of all, episode's all about Kurt and his dad. Spoiler alert.
Oh, this is the first Kurt's dad episode? Really?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
He catches, at the start of the episode, he comes downstairs and Kurt's dancing to Single Ladies with the two in the background. You can see kind of on the thing.
Yeah.
And Kurt comes down and says, who's this? And he's like, these are my girlfriends or something like that, right?
Right, yeah.
And that then spurs it. He wants to be more straight, so he joins the football team.
He joins the football team. Oh, this is a good episode.
Yeah. Great episode, I think. Let's watch the interstitial before we go any crazy.
Let's do it. I just remember when I was in high school. What?
It wasn't a watermelon, Stans. I don't know what the watermelon reference is about.
He came in a hot tub.
He came in a hot tub, Stans. He came in a hot tub, Stans.
He came in a hot tub, Stans.
Hey, leave a comment. Baba Booey, he came in a hot tub,
I'm so deep in the metaverse right now. I'm fucking Doctor Strange.
So obviously the episode's called Preggers, so we could have figured that out, that this was the one where she reveals
Well, I don't know
to
the name of the
Finn
episode
that he's pregnant.
It
says it here.
No, I know, but I'm saying like when we watch it. So I didn't know. It was a big reveal.
But out of all the episodes, if one of the episodes of Glee is called Preggers and we could see it's called Preggers, we should have figured it out.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm just saying my reaction in that moment was real. Because I was like,
yeah, I was saying when we were talking about when did we find out that Quinn was pregnant before. Yeah, obviously, I was an idiot.
No, fair enough. It happens.
So, fucking banger of an episode. I'll say it has like insane plot points that get revealed. We start off, this is the origin of the Kurt dad storyline. And although it's not one of the best, I think this is a top tier, as in like the upper echelon. It's not an S tier, but I'm going to go with A. What are you feeling?
It might be an S for me, but I'm down to put it in A, and then we can figure out how things sit at the end. Maybe we need to move on.
Okay. I think A is like the tippity top, like the things that are in Kurt and Kurt's dad's plotline. Kurt and Bert, I forgot that they're fucking Bert and Ernie crazy. Or some shit from the Muppets. The other episodes that include their plot lines, I think, are all better than this episode. And I am down for them to maybe be S tier, but I this one not as up there for me.
Fair enough. Man, this next one, can I give you a little bit of lore about episode 5, The Road's Not Taken?
Is it like lore I don't know, or are you just remembering things?
Lore that you don't know.
Okay, I'm so excited. Okay.
About me. This is the first episode that bored me.
Yeah, well, I think that's kind of... I'm not really surprised.
I was like, okay, we're 4 episodes in. This is actually good. And then we saw this one, and I was like, wait, where'd my show go? Like this was a funny show, and now
it was
like,
the first guest star, so they didn't really know what they were doing. It was kind of like Acafellas, where it was a filler that the plot didn't really matter too much, except from the characters introduced, and she's in it a couple times, so I guess that's important. I don't know, but it was like the plot that they chose to do is fucking insane for this episode.
Yeah, her going back and competing in Glee Club as an adult because she never graduated. Was that what it was? I can't remember.
No, worse. She didn't graduate. So yeah, she was competing in Glee Club, but she wasn't like competing against them. No, the worst part was her drugging and fucking giving alcohol to all the minors and shit.
Yeah, you're right.
And then I think was she trying to sleep with some of them? I can't remember if that was her or if that's Terry from later on, because that's crazy.
Dude, you hate Terry. You're a hater. Yeah, either way, this episode to me, I wouldn't put it F, but I would put it C, and it was one that I'm like, I don't need to watch this again.
That's fair. I'm down to lock it C even before. We're going to look at the interstitial anyway.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm sure there was a funny moment.
I'm completely down to put it in C because the redeeming quality for me is April Rhodes, even though her character's cringe. Like the fact that this starts guest stars, which I think is really a fun element of Glee. You get like a singer in that's really good at their job that can just sing some songs. That's good. And even though it maybe I didn't like the fact that she drugged all the kids, it's like a crazy shot in the dark to try. Let's see if we can make this work on TV. You know, a person coming into a high school and drugging all the kids. Right?
And they did. They made it happen.
Yeah. Let's watch the interstitial. I want nothing more than Finn and Rachel to have sex on stage, but
Jesus Christ, they're high school students, man.
For them, I don't.
Yeah, for them, yeah. Mercedes run. We cut off right before a big Mercedes run.
We cut off right before a big Mercedes run. The for them killed me rewatching it. Yeah. Because I wasn't even saying that as like a joke. I was like, no, I want them to be happy together. Yeah. And you thought I was like, no, I want to fucking watch porn.
I don't know how I was supposed to take it.
Yeah, obviously. So I'm glad we watched that because I completely forgot that Somebody to Love was in this episode. What? That's crazy. That's an iconic song.
For the audio listeners, I moved up episode 5 one tier without saying anything.
Not for me.
Dude, it's got some iconicness to it. Not for you.
Leave it there. I think we all can if we feel strongly about something, we can say it. I don't feel strongly enough.
Because and then the duet between Will, I think songs bump this up from a C to a B. I'm locking in. And it's very funny because we're going to go from drugging teens to drugging teen stands, but this time Terry's doing it. Vitamin D. The first actual mashup episode.
Dude, I'm mixing up Rachel and Terry because I'm remembering them going into the bathroom and Terry being like, oh yeah, just take some of these. This is how I did it in high school. Fuck,
what, you think Rachel did that?
No, sorry. I meant April Rhodes.
Right, yeah, but that's what I mean. It happened twice.
Was it pills both times, or was it just beer?
It was
alcohol?
Booze for one. Yeah. There was like 3 things that she did, April Rhodes. One of them was alcohol. I think the other was like drugs, but not like get high drugs. I mean, most drugs are get high drugs, but you know what I mean? There was like an ulterior motive to what she was doing. And then she was trying to sleep with the other one or telling them you should have sex or like dress sexy or something. I can't remember. All 3 were crazy. But this one is
now
specifically...
that I'm seeing Vitamin D, I remember Terry doing this and telling them that like this is how you get ahead.
She became the nurse at the school to spy on Will because she was worried about Emma because because Sue Sylvester was invading like in their lives, and she wanted him to basically suffer as much as possible, and this was like the first like crazy, insanely invasive moment that she's done. So very iconic, and first mashup episode. Before we make a judgment, let's have a look at the interstitial.
Oh, they all have it.
They're all on it. Here we fucking go. So sick.
This ain't a song for the broken heart.
Dude, this song's sick.
The auto-tune on that is crazy.
You with the fucking
that's all
hater energy.
I heard it again, and I wanted to say the same thing. I wanted to say the same exact thing. Yeah, it is hater energy.
It's My Life / Confessions, and then Walking on Sunshine / Halo were like the two songs that were in it. They were the mashups. First mashups of the series, I think. This is a good episode, but I think it goes among the pack. It's got like its own troughs and valleys.
I think episode 5 is a C. I think when we look at these against each other, it is just better. Oh, you want to rank them in
Yeah, I'm
column?
down to do, I don't know, we don't really care too much about where they are, but...
Put 6 left, for sure.
Yeah. Above sex?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm down.
Okay, I feel good about
Episode
this.
7, interstitial time. Are we ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
But oh my god, this might be the worst episode of Glee ever. This isn't the interstitial.
Dude, you have a
I've got
chain.
two
I have a
things for
backwards
this.
hat. What the hell happened?
We're cool
we were
as
so
hell.
young then.
Yeah, this isn't the interstitial, but Ice is funny because I say this might be the worst plot line ever of Glee, and then you go, that one specific plot line stands, and now you know. Oh my god.
I was going to go into this saying maybe the best episode of Glee we've seen. Which is
That's crazy, the difference. I remember being really annoyed at you at the time because it's like, how could you think that?
Right.
But the episode isn't that bad. It just has the panty sniffing plotline stands, if you remember.
Oh,
which is
yeah. What else goes on in this episode?
Well, I think the interstitial shows the panty sniffing plotline, so we'll have a look at that.
Keep adding people to the Glee Club that I don't know.
Never mind.
And it's just like, yeah, they're in the Glee Club.
Wait, what do you mean? Who do you not know?
Shang, I kind of know who's the guy in the green?
He is generic dancer number 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Obviously. Wait, what do you mean? So stupid.
From the fucking Beyonce music video, dude.
Yeah,
Come on.
she remembers.
Yes.
So this episode had a bunch of fucking great songs. Hate on Me, No Air, You Keep Me Hanging On, and Keep Holding On.
The end of it was Keep Holding On, where she's like crying and they're like, we'll support you.
Yeah. This is the one where Quinn's pregnancy gets leaked to the school. But they do it again, like in the next episode. I think they do her pregnancy gets leaked to her parents, and they do basically the exact same crazy song at the end with her crying. They do it twice.
So
it's very
funny.
weird.
I respect that.
But this one was first, and it was good. We've got Quinn's pregnancy plotline. We've got maybe it was cringe, but we had the panty sniffing thing, which we could have done without. Sue versus Shu was this episode as well, where Sue like becomes part of the Glee Club and makes like the minority club versus the others.
The cheerleader club.
And that led to some really good songs and like birthed a lot of the Sue Will rivalry. Maybe A stands, which is
A2.
crazy.
A2 or B1.
Because you liked it after watching it, and I was like, this is cringe because of this one plot line. But like extrapolating that one plot line, this is a really good episode. So I'm down for A.
Hell yeah.
Moving on to episode 8, Mashup, which I remember being really annoyed at because there wasn't any mashups in, but that was kind of the point. But I was very annoyed. Let's watch the interstitial.
I will go to the animal shelter and get your kitty cat. I will let you fall in love with that kitty cat. And then on some dark, cold night, I will steal away into your home and punch you in the face.
Nothing to do with the cat. And I love that joke. That joke's so fucking sick.
Yeah,
the whole
Mr. X
fucking
rules.
lead up and the misdirect.
Yeah.
Sue is so funny, and I don't think she stops being funny. So this episode has funny Sue, but lots of episodes have funny Sue. So I guess that doesn't really help us.
What are some songs in this episode?
Bust a Move. Thong Song.
Oh, God.
And the only redeeming thing was Sweet Caroline. So this is the episode where Emma gets like taught the wedding dance by Will.
This is an F episode, dude.
Rachel and Puck get together because they're Jews. It's
never mind. That it's a C. Sorry, it's top of C because that was so funny.
That was
when he
very
says he
funny.
dreamed about his Jewish queen. That shit was unbelievable.
It was okay. Some of the jokes are really funny, and we just saw another funny joke from Sue, so I'm that can redeem it.
Can we put it top of C? I think it's better than Acafellas.
That's fair. Yeah. Top of C. I'm down.
Okay.
It was a crazy episode, though. 2 of the worst songs ever in Glee in one episode. That's crazy. I have a thing for Bust a Move, but I admit that it's cringe.
Thong Song was just bad. Just bad.
Okay, this, dare I say, iconic episode, Wheels, which in like my mind was like cringe as fuck because it's the arty episode. It's the Defying Gravity episode. It's the Kurt fucking F-slur episode, but like the first one, not the crazy one in the bedroom. You know?
Really?
Where he gets the call, his dad gets the call, and
his dad gets the
someone
call.
calls him the F slur. Yeah. Let's watch the interstitial.
Shit, this is a good episode.
No idea how difficult this was.
It's just like you with your stutter. You don't really notice it after a while.
We're both disabled, you dumb bitch.
That's crazy.
That was my Artie impression, dude.
So fucking true.
Artie sucks.
It's a
To be
crazy
clear,
call.
that's me doing an Artie impression because I hate Artie and I think he sucks. And it's crazy that he would do that or say that.
Yeah, I guess on his... We don't need to discuss that. We've already discussed the plotline.
Yeah.
We'll move on because I think that the weight of Artie could bring this episode down to an F, right? That's a potential. But fact that you also have Defying Gravity, you have the duet where Kurt fucking fluffs the last note to give Rachel the win. He's like, I know I could win this, but for my dad... I'm not going to. And then he has like the very heartwarming crying scene where they're both fucking tearing up. And he's like, you shouldn't have sacrificed for me. And it's really well done watching in 2024. So when they actually did it, there was some bits that didn't age well, but fucking it's elite levels.
So I think this is either top or middle of A.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do we do that? Because this, I think, could be S if it wasn't for the arty bits.
Yeah, if it wasn't for like everything about Kurt and like the fact that it's wheels and the fact that they all do the wheelchair thing.
I was going to say, they all do the wheelchair thing. He's like,
that's
hey, you
got
got to feel how arty is. I think it's got to be B then. I can't put the wheels. It's mainly wheelchairs and arty.
Yeah, I could do top of B. I could even do bottom of A.
I'm going to go top of B, just because I don't want to see the wheelchair episode.
My favorite song.
There's an episode that's similar to this later on. I don't know what season, maybe season 2. And I remember those two vividly as bad episodes of Glee. So it's a shame that Defying Gravity and the Kurt plotline is in this.
Right.
Moving on to episode 10. We are having hit after hit of awful storyline stands. Yeah. This is Rachel falling in love with Will Schuester. And
he says, baby, I can't touch you. Don't stand next to me because I'm going to molest you.
You're too cute. With the charms of a woman, you're a baby in disguise. But he sings it like he wants to fuck her, and it's crazy.
It's not great.
But
is this not also where he goes to dinner with her parents and she gets kicked out? He sings the song. Finn sings the song to her parents.
Holy shit, you did! I've written it down. Yeah, you remembered that correctly. That's crazy. You remember
that was
the same episode.
I remember because the song he sings is like, "I'll make love to you," and it's like, wait, what? At dinner?
It's very funny because there's two insane songs from Finn in this episode. Sure. And the first one is in our interstitial
to the sonogram,
and it makes me cry laughing. It's so fucking funny.
Oh, is that our interstitial? Amazing.
Yeah. Then here's a little clip.
Last time was bad. This time's good. I can finally hear him for the first time.
Oh, you're not complaining about the auto-tune now?
He just had to unlock his emotions.
I'll stand by you. I'll stand.
That slayed me.
The fact that I start singing and I don't expect him to start singing to the sonogram, and we both fucking break down laughing at the same time. That's such a good fucking clip.
That is crazy that he has double cringe ballads in that one, which moves it up for me.
Yeah, for sure. And this one ends the same way that other episode we were talking about, where Quinn's crying because now her parents know and she's been kicked out. So they do a whole song that is Lean on Me. And they're all like putting their arm on her shoulder and stuff. So it has redeeming qualities. But the whole Rachel falls in love with Will thing definitely pulls it down a bit. I do think it's an A, though.
I was either going to say bottom of A, top of B. And I would be fine with either location.
I will go bottom of A then. We'll agree on that. Moving on to episode 11, Hairography. Dude, what annoys me is looking back at this, it's like I would have said some of these episodes are really, really shit just based on like the fact that it's called Hairography. I'm like, oh yeah, they did that thing where they had to wear wigs.
That's the only way to compete with the other school. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, that's cringe. However, there were some redeeming parts to this. This was the Kurt episode where he gave Rachel a makeover to dress up like the girl from Greece to try and win Finn.
Yeah. What's her name? I just remember Rachel being hot as hell in that one.
Rachel was like smoking. It's crazy
Rachel,
because the idea was
Sandy.
supposed to be that this wouldn't work for Finn, and then he sees her and goes, "Yes, yes, come round now, please."
You cut out. Sorry.
she's just like, "Yes, yes, please come round now. You're hot as hell, please." Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I see it right now. Yeah, I'm watching it, and she does. You're the one that I want.
Yes. Let's have a look at the interstitial of what you missed.
Imagine.
Oh god, the interstitial's crazy. It is the deaf school doing their performance.
Oh, that's tough because you don't know what you're supposed to say in that moment.
Oh no, we're fine. Don't worry.
I know, but like I'm just saying, it's tough that they put us through that.
Yes, very true.
All the people living.
I love the poignant shots of everyone just.
Because we thought they were going to do it sincere at this point.
Right. They're opposites.
Yeah.
No, wait, don't steal the show.
Leave them the moment.
I mean, Mercedes sounds good, but like,
Yeah,
why?
but that's still so rude. How do they have a cello and a violin?
You may say.
What? They're just stealing the show. Those little
Rachel's
fuckers.
crying. It was just crazy because they were just making it all about them, which I understand the show's about them, but like that shit was crazy. They couldn't let the deaf
good
people
news, the
have
other
one
school
performance.
Couldn't hear him, you know?
They didn't even know. They thought they were lip syncing.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
But this episode had a bunch of songs in. You're the one that I want, obviously fucking banger.
Love that. Yeah.
Crazy in Love / Hair was like I'm not too keen on the mix-up, but the mashup, but the Crazy in Love's great. Jane Addams Academy, The Criminals, did Bootylicious, which is I'll fucking always jam to a little fucking Destiny's Child song. Love that. I think it's Destiny's Child. Could be wrong. And then Imagine, and then it ended with True Colors, which is like a very rare Tina kind of solo. I think she's the solo singer in that. So worth mentioning. Don't think this is a good episode though. I'll say it.
No, this is probably like top of C, somewhere around there.
I was like looking at this, trying to find some redeeming qualities, and I guess the redeeming quality is the fucking
Rachel in the cat suit, dude.
Yeah, Rachel in the cat suit. Does that do enough to bump it up to C from F? Because I'm willing to put this one in F. This is like a nothing episode, right?
Yeah, it's up to you. I truly, I'm not gonna fight.
These two are so bad that they have qualities that make me want to watch them. This, I think, has nothing. I would just YouTube that one scene where they're singing You're the One That I Want, right?
Respect.
We're moving on to another episode that has a crazy... This is maybe the most convoluted cringe thing. You know, like when we talked about Pitch Perfect, and I was like, they've done this scene for no reason, just to do the thing.
Yeah.
We referenced this episode in that stance because this is a Mattress episode.
So this is an F. Play the interstitial. This is an F episode.
Yeah, I think we could fucking go through this quickly. There is... You specifically, I remember, in this interstitial, we're going to watch past the interstitial. Is this the right thing? Yeah. We're going to watch past the interstitial because the way you talk about this episode, I think, will confirm where you want to place it.
Are everything to me.
I love these voiceovers.
Practice for getting photographed by the paparazzi.
Oh shit, this is crazy. I forgot about this. She's going through the clubs that she's been in.
Yeah, and they always
In order
tag
to
her
do
face.
so, I join every club I possibly can.
the
That's
fucking
so
the
funny.
stare is
Just joining all
crazy.
these clubs to give off the appearance that I'm involved, known to exist.
The Black Student Union.
Did she have a fist up there?
Fist. Yes, sir.
So, very funny. However, let's hear what you have to say about this, Stans.
Okay. We're back. After watching an done
without
episode that
it.
is, what was his name? Jinx would say, I could have done without. Yeah, I knew exactly what I was going to say.
Cool. You reference fucking Jinx, which is insane.
Yeah.
But you could have done without it. And the only thing, the rebuttal that I say, is that there's one moment that is necessary, which is the reveal of Terry not actually being pregnant to Will. And that whole scene is this episode.
Oh, where he's mean and a potentially abusive
He's
husband
horrible.
screaming at her?
Yeah. But as like a plot line, it's like very necessary. And it's crazy that it's cemented in this episode that's kind of cringe, but it does have Jump. Jump is a fucking great song. It has Smile at first when I see you smile. It's good. There's good music. There's a very, very important plot line to like the core of the show at the time. So that would bump it up from an F to me.
This is the worst episode of season 1. I am strongly feeling this is bottom of F. This is worse than Hairography.
Really? Yeah. I'm down to move it then above Hairography, but still an F.
If that is splitting the difference, that is fine. But if people ask me the worst episode of Glee season 1, I'm gonna say episode 12, Mattress.
Again, this has got similar vibes to Mashup and Acafellas, where I'm like the negatives almost like boosted up a little bit. Like the fact that Hairography is just nothing. I'm like, that's worse to me. I would prefer to watch something that makes me feel an emotion, even if it is like anger. But
dude, I just saw the thumbnail for episode 18, Laryngitis, and dude, that one's also F.
So true. We'll get there. Yeah. Episode 13 now stands. We might have another banger on our hands because this is Sectionals, and I don't think we even need to talk about this, really. This is the best episode of Glee ever? Maybe?
Tell me more about it. Is this her singing Funny Girl?
Yes, this is their whole first performance where they actually win. So the convoluted thing from Mattress is that Will now can't go to the performance.
Yeah, Emma has to go in his stead or something.
Yeah, which means that she has to reschedule her wedding, I think, which he ends up cancelling.
How goofy.
Yeah, she ends up cancelling the wedding, but Will doesn't know when he turns up. And then he's like, I've just divorced my wife. And she's like, go be single for a bit then. And it was like Giga Chad moment after Giga Chad moment after Giga Chad moment. It was so fucking sick. And that was after watching the best performances we've ever seen in Glee and them actually like kill it and it be serious.
Yeah, this is S tier for sure. You are correct.
The only downside is the latter end of the episode. I'd say the last 10 minutes is just one song where all of the Glee Club cry about Will Schuester and how great he is. And then Will Schuester does a song that's like, how great you guys are. And it's like both of those songs cringe and bad. And I don't agree with the sentiment of them. But
we're Will Schuester haters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I also think everything else makes it clear. You could literally just stop watching after like for the last 10 minutes of the episode. Actually you can't, because spoiler alert, Will and Emma kiss. That's the main thing. This like is the end of the Will and Emma plotline because they don't really do much with it second half of season 2. Apart from a complete reset, which you called in episode 1.
I'm making finger guns. Sorry, you can't see me.
No, I'm checking time. We got 20 minutes. I think we could do this.
Yeah, okay. You rounded your 17 minutes, but that's fine.
I'm looking. We've been recording for 40 minutes. It's not my fault we weren't recording earlier. It is, but shut up.
Fair enough.
We do need to talk about a crazy revelation, Stans, that I feel like I'm a fool for not mentioning in the Pitch Perfect thing. And someone's probably left a comment, but this episode comes out after that, a week after. So even though I'm recording this beforehand and they don't know, I figured this out. I was a fool. You didn't tell me. Don't get fucking redemption comments.
Got it.
This was one of the judges in Sectionals. Does the face ring any bells, Stans?
Wow. They took her from Glee and put her in Pitch Perfect as the leader of the Bellas?
Crazy is this was like 3 years before Pitch Perfect, and she's playing an adult.
That is funny.
And then she's in college 3 years later, you know?
Yeah.
Mad. But also she looks like, obviously you could tell it's her when I put it out, but in the episode, it didn't clock at all. And I know of Pitch Perfect. I would have gone, oh yeah, that's her. Also very funny. One of the judges from Pitch Perfect, I was like, I think he's in Glee. He is in Glee. He's in one little episode, but he's like a bit role. He's never in it again. It's crazy that I thought he was in Glee. But we'll get to that when we get to it. I just wanted to cover that. Episode 14. This is when shit gets crazy, Stans, because the best character of the whole entire series ever gets introduced. Holy shit.
Oh, dude, Jesse St. James is such a fucking nothing burger.
S tier.
This is not S tier. Is this also the one where they're like, I want to dance and I want to be in the rap club? Isn't that song? What am I? Oh, no, that's High School Musical. That's High School Musical.
That's High School Musical. That's High School Musical.
Dude, I saw Red and White and them dancing in like what looks like a cafeteria, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know this one.
No, this is kind of cringe because Rachel and Finn get together in between last episode and this one, and then break up in the same episode so she can get with Jesse James. Jesse St. James. Oh, yeah. Hey, we'll watch the interstitial, but spoiler alert, this is a very sexy episode.
Oh. Wait, pause it. I want you to notice something really quick. When Emma and him had that scene in episode 1 or 2, he is like lower, she is taller. This is just a recreation. You see this?
Yo, yeah, she's the dom.
Yeah, powerful woman. Interesting. That's what Will likes, I see.
And I wonder what that leads to, Stans.
Wow. Oh, wait, what the hell?
What the hell? I love how it took us both like a second to really figure out what the fuck was happening. Like,
yeah, the chemistry
do
was
my
there.
eyes deceive me? Are they kissing? What the hell? So it did an awful thing that they never really redeemed Will for that I don't like, but people got mad at me in the comments for not liking for some reason. Sorry, I respect women. But it introduces Adele Dazeem, even though she's like in our rankings the worst character of this half of the season. She adds something to the show, and she is an iconic character. And Jesse St. James is also a great character, even though the whole plot line we ranked really bad. I will stand that they are good characters, and them being added to the show doesn't make this episode bad. I think this is a sign of good things, because adding new characters to a show that create a different dynamic is a good thing. So I think this is a good episode for adding them.
The justifications are crazy.
I'm just saying.
This is your copium defibrillator.
I knew what you were going to say. No, I just knew what you were going to say. That's awful for people listening. That's so loud. Please stop. That's loud for me.
Yeah, because that's how much
me.
copium you need, dude. This is mid B at best.
I just know what all of your rebuttals will be, so I'm saying that we shouldn't take into consideration all of the other storylines they're going to do. We should do this episode, and this episode they weren't cringe. They become cringe, sure, but not this time.
Jesse was nothing this episode, because he has been nothing in every episode.
No, this is like one of his good episodes, dude. He's like flirty as hell, he's cute, and he's like everything Rachel wants. He's perfect in this episode.
I feel mid B. I don't know where you're going here.
I was gonna go low B, so you're crazy.
Great.
I'm so down. You were hater energy, like you wanted to F it.
Dude, look at the episodes it's next to. Episode 5, The Road's Not Taken, is one of the worst episodes of the show. So RB is a little high.
Not worst. It's good. Yes. In fact, boom. Okay, moving on to the Madonna episode.
Yeah.
Initial thoughts, Stans, before we look at the interstitial.
Episode. I don't want to throw it near the bottom and let's go home.
Let's watch the interstitial first.
See, I really like you, but I can't do it. It wouldn't be right for the team.
What does the team have to do with this?
I assume she's using that as an excuse.
You know the meme where it's like, insert the meme. I want to do it. I can say you want to do it.
Are you? It's like,
isn't there
joking?
Someone? What?
Listen to what you're about.
My teammates wouldn't approve. It would be like
insert the meme of like I consent, I don't, and then it's like isn't there someone you forgot to ask? And dude, that's crazy. I know you know
were
when
talking
you see a
over
baby,
yourself saying it like you were saying it in sync on my end, Stans.
And
that's
the same exact thing. Yeah, that is crazy. I am my father's son. I know exactly who I am. I hear that and I'm like, this is what I think in this moment. There's nothing
so
special
funny.
here.
Caveman brain just going through the same loops. It's funny though. Okay, so this was the episode where they all have sex, but they don't have sex. But Finn does have sex.
Only one of them has sex. Yeah.
Finn and Santana have sex. Yeah. Which is like a huge thing that they don't really then touch on ever again. He's like lost his virginity to someone that he doesn't really care about, and never picked up on or talked about again, which is kind of cringe. I think Finn deserved more love this season 1, I will say.
He's a boring character. He's like the main character of
yeah, but he's not a boring character. I think he's great in every single scene he's in, and I think his character in like the Kurt plotline is like one of the reasons why that works. And with him and Rachel, he's like, I don't think Rachel is redeeming in terms of like their relationship. I think he's the reason that their relationship like works, like him chasing after her and stuff. I don't know. He needed more with what he wasn't giving it, which just sucks. But this has a ton of Madonna songs in that none of us really knew, apart from Like a Virgin and 4 Minutes, which fucking Kurt and Mercedes absolutely slayed in. And they ended up joining the Cheerios, but that was like a fucking 2-second, oh, we just cut? Oh, now Sue is like, yeah, these are on my team now for some reason, but they're also in the Glee Club. It was very weird. Where are you feeling?
I probably put this around Vitamin D and Showmance, maybe like in between the two, like mid B.
I'm down. It's got some redeeming qualities. Oh, maybe it's a C, actually, now I'm thinking about it, because I'm like, I prefer Showmance.
If this is a C, then you have to move episode 14 down.
No.
This is better than both those episodes. It's better than both those episodes.
This is boring. I feel like I thought we would be in agreement that boring is bad.
There's some funny moments where Finn takes Brittany and Santana to lunch, and they're like, they just say some funny shit. I remember it.
They do say some funny shit. That's true. And I guess it's a Sue episode, so she was going to be being Sue all the time. I'll stick it here.
Going one more.
I'll stick it here.
Showmance, where it's just a bunch of them humping?
I'm down to move this down, maybe.
Yes.
To here.
But not above 14. 14 sucks.
Yeah, this is perfect.
All right, this is fine.
Okay, spoiler alert for this episode. April Rhodes' return stands.
Yes, home is whenever I'm with you. Didn't I predict that would be on this season?
I don't think they actually sing that, right?
I thought you looked it up and they do, but it's like season 4.
Yeah, sorry, they do in season 5 or whatever. This this episode has a bunch of like songs that are about home, and it's obviously called Home. But they never sing that song, even though it was out when this happened. So all very confusing.
Couldn't afford it.
But they can afford it later? Crazy. So this has a bunch of songs where they talk about chairs. Do you remember? They're like singing because this is a Finn and Kurt episode because their parents start dating, and it's actually maybe a really good episode. This is like the Wheels episode. It's got amazing bits that are brought down by the fact that April Rose is just here and doing shit.
I just remember Kurt in the background by the sliding glass door crying in the rain.
Yes, that's our interstitial. Do you want to see?
Okay, yeah.
Have a bit of a reminder. Watch.
Wait.
Oh no, is that Kurt? Out the window?
I'm crying. That's so stupid. It's so fucking funny, especially after it was a heartwarming-ish scene, but then it ends and Bert moves the ashes that are on the chair, and so Bert doesn't move them. He's gonna go sit somewhere else, and Finn moves them and goes, "You can sit down there." And we already thought that was funny, and then it pans up to him outside the window.
Yeah, we were just in a giggly mood at that point.
But some of the conversations that they had before that goofy ass point were amazing, so well written, and I remember leaving that episode thinking it was amazing. So I would say that this is S tier for the Kurt and Bert plotline and the Finn and his mum plotline as well. I think they both nailed it, but I think it gets brought down to somewhere in A because of everything else about it. The April Rhodes part. What do you think?
Yeah, it's probably better than Ballad, maybe, but that's it.
I'd go with better than Ballad. And then I can't even remember what Throwdown was. I'm sure it had really good bits. We'll leave it there. The next episode is basically Madonna Part 2, but this time Olivia Newton-John.
This episode sucked. They also danced in the library.
This episode does suck. They danced in the library, and they did this. And I talked about it.
Yo, VIP.
I hate that his thing is rap.
It should be so they knew. Yeah, they said before that this should be illegal or something like that before he goes into the song, which is why would you? Then if you know it's bad, don't do it. I hate when shows do that. So bad episode. Olivia Newton-John's bit was cool that she was in it, but I don't really care that much.
Yeah.
What's it called? The B plot of the episode is Will figuring out who's done the glist. Do you remember who's the sexiest Glee member?
Yeah, they rated the people in the Glee Club.
Yeah,
people were trying to move up the list and stuff.
And it was so goofy because they kept on like doing a murder mystery thing where he's like interviewing them all. He's like, tell me where you were on the night of whatever. And it was like NCIS or some shit. It was like, I just didn't understand why we were doing it. It felt so weird, and it wasn't even like, you do that kind of stuff if you've got a bunch of really funny jokes to tell, and they didn't tell any funny jokes. So it's like, why did we do it? I don't know. And it's got physical, and it's got Ice Ice Baby, and it's got you can't touch this in the library. All of this F, right?
Yeah, it's F. I still think Mattress is worse, but and I think Mattress is worse than Hairography.
However, we're not changing anything else, stands. Everything else is set in stone. This episode does have Run Joey Run, and
that was funny.
Total Eclipse of the Heart, which is like the Jesse St. James part of this episode is so shit that it's in this episode because all of his bits are great and it's amazing. And then he's like, you know what? Fuck you, I'm leaving, which was crazy because he didn't really have a reason to break up with Rachel. But anyway, he does. And they're the redeeming parts. I want to put it
it's still F.
at the bottom of C. But I think for me, it's that the other parts are too bad for me to move it up.
Agreed.
But I think for you, it's that you just don't like the other parts. But anyway, we'll move on. We'll move on to maybe
rapid fire round.
One of the best episodes ever, Stans. This is Rose's turn. I don't think we don't need to see an interstitial. I think we just go. This is the Rose's turn episode. Yeah, but we ignore the laryngitis because that bit's really cringe. Yeah, but this isn't even. Is this the cringe? Oh, this is the cringe part. They end on the paraplegic guy singing the song with Rachel. Yeah. Crazy. That's like barely. That's a footnote of the episode, Stans. The main thing is Kurt being straight and then getting really annoyed. I think this is at least bottom of B.
Okay, we're at least in the right neighborhood. I would be fine with top of C. I would be fine with bottom of B. I think our B is getting large. I think there's probably like some delineation in B. We could have done,
bottom of B, but obviously it's better than these, and it's better.
I would put it above Madonna. Honestly, you might be right.
I'm down to put it there actually, because the whole fact that it's called laryngitis, that's what really annoys me about it. Is why you called it that? Because that's not the reason
all
the episode's good.
They're named after something that is not like good or the best moment.
Yeah. Mercedes dates Puck as well, and the boy is mine is in this as well as Rose's turn. Jesse's girl is in this. Oh, sorry.
No.
Holy.
Okay, but you can move it there.
Okay, moving straight on to episode 19. Jesse returns. Oh yeah, because he got away from it. I was like, what the fuck?
He went to summer camp or something.
Yeah. This is the Neil Patrick Harris episode, though, Stans. Let's have a look at the interstitial.
Oh, that was fun. Yeah.
Oh, this is also the arty episode.
You can walk.
Oh my god. I hated this.
The one where I reveal that he can walk, but you don't realize. I might have been trying to do something, Stans.
Okay.
I don't know how much is sunk in. Every time we've talked about Kevin McHale in real life, I've told you he's actually disabled.
Oh, I honestly, I didn't even put two and two together.
So funny. There's so much effort I put into that.
It was such a waste of your time.
Yeah,
you're like, isn't it great they used an actual paraplegic actor? And I was like, sure, man.
It's crazy that every single episode that I want to say is good is weighed down by Artie. Because this episode was a good episode. I wouldn't say it would have been S tier without him, but it definitely isn't S tier with him.
I think it would have been A tier without him, but because of that, it's like bottom B. It's near episode 5.
I'm down for bottom of B. Hey, I'm going to do something. I'm going to put this here. Wait, it's not letting me. Put this here, and then move all of these to C.
I love that. Thank you. Shit, this one might be C or though.
I think there's levels.
I
think these three are like actually episodes that I would like to watch. This one is very close to it, and then all of these I would probably.
This
skip.
feels much better.
Okay, yeah, I'm down. I'm down for the change. We're on the home stretch, Stands. Episode 20. This is the big boy. This is the actual F slur episode. And let me try and remember, is there anything else Rachel confronts her mom as well, Adele Dazeem.
Oh, and they do Poker Face?
And this is the Kiss / Lady Gaga episode. Where the boys are like, we don't like makeup, but we'll dress up as Kiss.
Yes.
We're makeup boys, of course we'll dress up as Kiss.
So I thought they dressed up like JoJo Siwa.
Sorry, yeah, she invented gay pop, I forgot.
Yeah.
S. Just for the Kurt and Bert storyline, how well they do it, and that is the main plot line of this episode. I feel like there's enough of it that it's not.
I feel like you're cutting out the Tina stuff because Tina takes up so much of this episode, which is
this
why.
Episode?
Isn't it Tina trying to dress? The reason they do Lady Gaga and the reason they try these things is because
she's like
Tina's
a vampire or whatever. No,
she
that's
can't
like
dress as a goth.
That's a bookend. The start of it, that's how they get into it, and then she ends it with being a vampire and scaring the professor.
And to me, that puts it at top of A. Even though I love this episode,
that's funny though. That's not even a takeaway of this episode. That's a good thing. I'm happy they included that.
I also don't even like Kiss that much. It's just a weird episode.
I don't like Kiss.
You know
the Kiss and Lady Gaga stuff doesn't matter, but it's inconsequential because of the behemoth of the
of Kurt's acting and his dad.
Yeah,
bottom
and
of
it's our favorite plot line. This is probably the thing that represents it the best, right?
Fair. Mm-hmm.
Okay, episode 21. I remember watching this on the lead up and being like, okay, we're so close to the last episode. This is going to be good. And it's the same as Mattress, dude. It was this lead up to the fucking regionals, the sectionals, and they fucking failed at the fucking thing. I want to watch, however, the interstitial because you'll remember Quinn's pregnant as hell and she does a dance on the floor. And I just want to watch it because it's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Yo, look at it go! That's crazy. The baby right now. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening?
Dude,
I was imagining
too much.
When I said that, I was imagining Tim Robinson's the baby in there, like what the hell? So that might be the thing that makes it the top of F tier.
Sure. It's definitely F tier though.
Another one bites the dust by the rival team. I can't remember what they're called. Loser by oh dude, this is the Terry fucking pedophile episode for no reason.
This episode still sucks.
The black versus pregnant. This is this episode, and then Jesse for some reason gets the whole vocal adrenaline to egg Rachel. Which like weird. Completely makes his character a piece of shit, which he had a chance to not be.
He went from nothing to a piece of shit, so that's not that much of a move.
I'm actually down to move this even further. The whole funk pregnancy dance, I don't think does as much heavy listening as I thought. This might be my
if you had told me this is the worst episode of
season
1, I would be fine with that. Same with Mattress.
This might be my least favorite. I'm down to keep it there. Are you?
Okay.
Are we in agreement?
I'm happy with
Handshakes?
that. I'm happy with
okay. And then it's crazy the opposite. How different these two are, because this is again one of the best episodes of Glee.
Easy S tier.
Easy S tier. How S are we going though? I think it falls the same. Well, I was going to say it has the same faults as this episode, but we've ranked that first. Which is
either
the latter
right
end
of
is kind of cringe.
Or to the left of Pilot. It's either of those. I think maybe to the right of Pilot.
I'm down to leave it like that. I think this is a really, really good episode. Yeah, this
it's
is
just not
to the right
funny,
of Pilot.
though.
That's what you said.
Pilot is so funny.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I moved Pilot to the left.
Oh, Pilot. Sorry, in my head, it was like,
it was first.
This is Pilot.
First,
I don't know why.
Yeah, this, to me, I feel more comfortable with.
I don't know. I'm down. This has got a lot of things that it tries to take from the first half of season 1, because they clearly like wrote some stuff to like, this is how we're going to end it. Like the pedophile character comes back, and the judges are like very similarly written. But everything else about it, I think, is killer, and I think it maybe even does the latter half better than this one does. But iconicness takes over, I think. I'm looking at this whole list, Stans. I'm kind of happy with this.
I feel very good about it.
I think we've done a good job.
Splitting up that B tier into 2, I think, was the savior. Because
let me just St. James is in this episode, and then just St. James is in this episode.
Okay, make sure you put those back, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, sorry, I don't even know. I can't remember what this one was. It was somewhere. I think it was there. Okay, that's been the episode. I hope that everything looked okay because I was doing a different thing with my cam. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to edit it. I'll figure it out. I'm going to edit it because I was like showing the screen and also me, so I won't be able to do like any close-ups of me or whatever, which makes it hard for editing. Anyway, doesn't matter. Thank you very much for watching. I'm kind of pleased. I know we ran over a little bit. That was quick. We did a good job,
yeah,
and I think we actually did a
crushed
good
this.
job. As in, like, I'm happy with the placements. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick. All right, Stans, have you got a classic song from Cats that you want to end the episode on?
No, I think I've already done that. I'm going to go back to a slogan.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Binge and Cringe. 3 feet of fun.
I don't even want to know what that is.
I'm not going to tell you because that's the fun.
Bye.